So today I want to do a piece of land and a person that wants to build a home. Okay, so Lori looked at a handful of properties that were all land. Ring ring.
Hello,
Good morning. May I speak to Larry Alvarez, please?
this is him.
Hey, Larry, Carl Bishop with AE Realty. Giving you a call this morning. Sir, I noticed you were on our site last night looking at a couple of pieces of land. And first and foremost, Mr. Alvarez, I wanted to thank you for using the site. Secondly, I'm curious, are you considering building a home out there or just acquiring a piece of property out in the country?
You know, we're actually in the process of wanting to buy land because we want to build.
Okay.
And we currently have a home of our own, so.
Okay, great. And you guys are wanting to build out there in is it the Spring Branch, Bulverde area?
That's correct.
Okay, that's a great area. As a matter of fact, I went to school out there on 46 and 281. And of course, you know, you've got Canyon Lake right there. And so why are you guys wanting to get out to that neck of the woods?
You know, we still want to explore a little bit more, but what we do know is we want at least 3 to 4 acres.
3 to 4 acres? Okay, okay. And so when it comes to building, have you guys ever built at home before, or would this be your first time?
This would be our first time.
Okay.
We really like the house that we're in right now, so possibly wanting to build it similar.
Okay.
Just probably a little bit bigger.
Okay.
But yeah, we own our home that we're in right now, and we're thinking about actually keeping it and either, you know, renting it out or.
That's smart. That's a very smart idea. Turn it into an income producing asset. I'm curious, have you guys selected a builder yet, or you're just kind of in the beginning stages?
We haven't looked at that.
Okay, okay. I'd like to let you know that we work with some very good builders. Some of them very reasonable, some of them more on the luxury side of things. So certainly have some options that I'd love to share with you in terms of building. But let's talk a little bit about your existing home. You said that you would potentially want to turn it into a rental home. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Have you, has anybody sat down and shared with you what your property could rent for based off of like a market analysis, looking at other properties that have rented recently?
No, actually, we haven't talked to anybody about that yet.
So what I'd like to do for you, Mr. Alvarez, is visit with you at your home. I can certainly help you with some pricing on your home and give you some ideas of what you could do to help you transition out of one home into the next home. Also, you know, we do have a property management practice here as well. Of course, you know, many of our clients want to manage their properties on their own, which is okay too. We can certainly help with that.
Okay.
And so I definitely wanted to talk to you about both subjects. But let me ask you this, Mr. Alvarez. Is there a Mrs. Alvarez?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, and what's her name, if you don't mind me asking?
Lindy.
Okay, Lindy. That's a pretty name. And so, did you guys have a time frame for how quickly you wanted to make all this happen?
You know, she also has a niece who's a realtor, and she's been talking to her, and you know, she's been talking about possibly using her as our agent. So, you know, the process is still kind of up in the air. We don't really have a time frame set, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about using her niece just because she just started, and we want to make sure that it's not we don't get into something.
When it comes to family, it's always good to interview more than one real estate agent, and many times too, even if you end up going with your niece, there may be some information that I can share that will help your niece, or maybe some strategies that will help you guys work with her and sell it for more. Some newer agents are very capable if they have a lot of support from their broker and that sort of thing. So I'll be able to share some questions to ask the niece just to make sure you guys get the best outcome. I've got my calendar open here, Mr. Alvarez. Let's start here. What's the address of your current home?
It's 8035 Lane Street.
8035 Lane Street, San Antonio, Texas.
245.
245. Okay. And I can pull some basic information off the tax records, like what year the home was built, the square footage, etc. What can you tell me about the home, Mr. Alvarez? How long have you guys lived there, and what have you done to the property since you've lived in the home?
Yeah, you know, we've lived there for quite some time now. I want to say roughly about 15, 16 years. We've done a lot to it.
Okay.
I'm actually wondering if we're even going to get some of our money back, because
Yeah.
we just decided to go all out. We never thought about really wanting to build.
Okay.
So we thought this was going to be more of our forever home.
Okay. Okay. Good. Well, so I'll just put here that it is heavily upgraded. And so I'm also going to bring out a market analysis of what you could sell it for, just so you have that option as well. What I'm finding is a lot of our clients that heavily upgrade their homes, like it sounds like you have, may not necessarily want to make that home a rental home simply because the tenant never maintains the upgrades the way that a homeowner would. But if you are interested, there may be an opportunity to sell that home and with the proceeds pick up an additional rental property that would better fit your needs and still accomplish the goal of getting you guys into that property in Spring Branch. So that's something we can definitely discuss when I come out. What does yours and Lindy's schedule look like this week, Mr. Alvarez? I've got some time this weekend, actually, on Saturday around 2 p.m. Or we could get together on Sunday as well, anytime after 1 p.m.
We may have to come in on Thursday, because that's her day off.
Thursday? Okay, let me open up my Thursday calendar. 1 second here. Okay, Thursday. I've got 9 a.m. in the morning. I also have a 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And again, I'd be coming out to your home.
Okay.
Larry, and I'll be bringing the information with me. It's important that I walk the property with you. It really help conclude my analysis. So would 9 a.m. in the morning work, or would 4 p.m. in the afternoon be better?
Yeah, let's do 4, just so that way you give us some time to clean up the house and make sure it looks nice.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. And, I've got 4 young boys, so, I don't mind a little bit of disorder when it comes to the house.
Okay.
My home looks like a bomb went off in there half the time.
Oh,
yeah. But, Larry, I'm really excited to meet you and Lindy. And, I'm going to bring out some information about builders that I've worked with in the past that are very reputable, very good.
Perfect.
I'm also going to bring out some different properties that I think would be a good fit based off of what you told me for that construction project.
Okay.
And if you or Lindy have any questions in the meantime before Thursday, don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is my personal cell phone, and I'm really looking forward to sitting down with both of you.
Okay, awesome.
Before I let you go, Larry, let me make sure I've got the right email address. I've got larryalvarez@yahoo.com. Is that a good one for you, sir?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I'm going to send you the invitation, and we'll see you and Lindy on Thursday.
All right, sounds good.
See you then.
Thank you, Carl.
All right, so we got the listing appointment. We helped with some information on, does it make sense to rent, especially a home that is heavily upgraded? That's one thing I notice when I speak to people that heavily upgrade their homes. They really are hesitant to rent them out because your tenant's never going to take care of that, $10,000 set of blinds that you have the way that you're going to take care of them, And so you kind of, when it comes to rental properties, heavily upgraded homes many times can cost you money. You end up losing money on them. So we got to approach some of that. So that was good. Okay.
I really liked how you gave them the other option, though, of buying a rental property that, they'd be okay. They wouldn't be so concerned about. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Larry.
Hi, Larry. This is Sergio calling you from AE Realty. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to stay on top of this weather.
Oh, yeah. Crazy weather. It's been raining lately, and it's just been really crazy out there, but we definitely do and can use the rain. So, how are you doing today overall? I'm
doing pretty good. Just thank goodness it's Friday. I think that's how it goes, right?
Definitely. Well, Mr. Alvarez, I'm calling you because I noticed you were on our website looking at some pieces of land, and so I wanted to know if you were thinking about buying some land here in the near future, and maybe what your ideas were.
Yeah, we're just kind of browsing right now, but at some point we do want some acreage, and we would like to get out into the country.
Okay, great. Do you know more or less the amount of acreage that you're looking for?
We'd like at least 10 acres, man. We've always lived in kind of cookie cutter neighborhoods, and it's always been a dream of ours to get out on some acres. We do have a couple of horses.
Oh, wow.
That we've kind of just stabled here in town.
Awesome.
And so at least 10 acres would give us some space to have the horses out there and enjoy it with our kids.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of horses do you have?
Palomino,
Nice.
Texas Palomino.
Awesome. Yeah, that's actually my girlfriend's favorite horse. So that's
cool.
a beautiful horse. There.
Yeah, they're so smart. They're
Yeah.
so smart.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, great. Well, yeah, we'd be more than happy to help you find this piece of land that you're looking for. Do you have a time frame in mind?
You know, we're in no hurry. It probably is like a long-term project. You know, I would say maybe in the next 2 or 3 years we'd be excited to pick something up.
Okay, next 2 or 3 years, perfect. Alrighty. And also, Mr. Alvarez, I wanted to ask, is there a Mrs. Alvarez?
There is.
Okay, great. And so, do you guys currently own a home?
We do.
Okay, awesome. And how long have you guys owned your home for?
This particular house we've been in for about the last 7 years, but we've been homeowners for, gosh, the past 15, 20 years, something. 15, 16 years at least.
Wow, awesome, awesome. Well, congratulations. I'm pretty sure you know that your home's been going up in value. Has anybody provided you with a current market analysis of your property?
You know, I haven't in a while. We had a guy come out about 2 years ago when we first started looking. But gosh, I'm sure it's gone up since then.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So if you guys do end up buying this piece of land, are you guys thinking about selling your home?
Yeah, more than likely we'd sell it. You know, we've talked about maybe keeping it in the family, but just with the market being as good as it is, and we certainly use the funds
Sure.
For the building project and the lands. So more than likely we'll sell.
Okay, okay. Sounds good, Mr. Alvarez. Well, I'd like to be able to assign you to one of my agents that can assist you with that. But first off, I wanted to ask you, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, so I'm retired, retired military. Did about 27 years in the Air Force.
Wow. Thank you for your service, sir.
I appreciate that. So I've been retired now for about 4 years, but I stay pretty busy with charity stuff, and we're doing some different golf tournaments throughout the year. And I try to keep myself busy even though I'm retired. But
definitely.
yeah, just gosh, almost 4 years now that I've been out of the service.
Okay. Well, that definitely is great, and like I said, thank you once again. We have agents that are constantly keeping up with some of the benefits that veterans have, so I'd like to be able to pair you up with one of my agents that's very experienced and knowledgeable on what they can do for you. So do you know more or less when you and Mrs. Alvarez would have availability for us to come out and take a look at your home and be able to provide you with accurate market analysis?
Yeah, I can talk to her about it. I know she is a lot more worrisome than I am, so
Okay.
I would say I'll chat with her. I mean, what we'll probably end up doing is buying the piece of land and start the building project.
Okay.
And complete the building project and then move in.
I see.
Simply because, you know, we got a couple of kids in high school and we wouldn't want them kind of in limbo there. So yeah, we'll probably buy the land first,
Okay.
build the house, and then think about what we're going to do with this place.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Have you guys talked to any builders currently?
We have not. Do you know any?
Yeah, we actually have a group of builders that we frequently work with here at our office, and we could definitely recommend a few to you and have you meet with them so that way maybe you can select one of your choice. So
Okay.
I'd like to be able to introduce you to some of them,
Okay.
but most importantly, I'd like to introduce you to the agent that's going to be assigned to you. So would you have availability to come into our office and just have a 30-minute consultation?
Well, yeah, I can talk to Samantha about it. She's still working. I'm retired, but she's a nurse, so her schedule's a little bit more demanding than mine.
Perfect.
So I'll tell you what, I'll run it by her, and can I reach you back at this number?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Mr. Alvarez, I'd like to be able to get you down on our calendar, just because our agent schedule does tend to fill up fairly quickly, and I want to be able to make sure that we take care of you. So, can I go ahead and just set you down tentatively, and then from there we could basically, just kind of adjust it if we need to.
Yeah, you can put something down, but just let me run it by her and get back with you on that.
Okay, what would be a good day to be able to set you down
She
for?
typically is off on Fridays and Saturdays.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay.
typically.
So on Friday, I've got time available after 12, and on Saturday, we've got availability from 10 to 2.
I probably prefer something in the afternoon. We kind of like to have our mornings a little slower start on those days.
So what about like around 2 on Friday?
That should work.
Okay, perfect. So I'll set that down, and then hopefully we can, have you come in then, and if anything changes, then you'll have my number to be able to keep in touch with me.
Okay.
So the email address that I have for you here is larryalvarez@gmail.com. Is that correct?
That's a good one.
Perfect. And then this is still a good contact number for you, right?
Yes, this is my cell phone.
Okay, wonderful. Alrighty, and before I let you go, I wanted to know, Mr. Alvarez, you said that your wife Samantha had some worries. Do you mind sharing some of those with me so that maybe I can have my agent, just kind of be aware of that so that...
She just worries about everything, man. She's just one of those people that thinks of everything that could go wrong.
I see.
And
I see.
materializes it into happening. So
Okay, well...
But I think as long as your person is knowledgeable,
Definitely.
and as long as your person inspires confidence, then we should be fine. I mean, I would send us one of your more experienced people, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds good. That's it. That's actually what I was gonna say. I'm gonna assign you to one of our agents who's been in the business for quite some time, and I'm gonna make sure that they take care of you, sir.
Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty, well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I'll go ahead and give you a call on Thursday just to confirm that appointment for Friday, and then more or less you can let me know if anything's changed.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Alvarez.
All right, way to go. So that was good, man. That was good. You got the, me, I probably would have pushed a little harder just to go ahead and have the consultation at the home.
Okay.
Even though that he indicated that he was probably going to buy the land and build it first.
Okay.
Just because, and I had somebody say this just the other day, oh, we're not going to sell till the middle of the year. I said, well, you know what? Me coming out today and sharing this information with you today is going to help you make a decision down the road.
I see.
And I'd like to start this process off in your home. It's just there's more rapport that happens in the home. You're looking at their pictures, the kids' pictures. You're meeting the petting the dog.
That makes sense.
And it really is a better place to start the relationship off at. But overall, well done. And of course, you navigated through that perfectly, considering that Sergio's an unlicensed agent, unlicensed associate. And so there's certain things that he can't share. And so he navigated really well through that. So good job, my friend.
Sounds good. Thank
All
you,
right.
Carl.